Then, this is one that Margaret did as a trial effort.
Yeah.
Right.
Brilliant.
And that's the one I had to go at, again, just as a trial effort, you see. So what you can do is actually something quite sophisticated if you are so minded, or you can do something fairly simple, like me, if that's the way you're up to. So I've got various tools here. I've got 2 needles, one with a very fine point and one that's a bodkin, I was told, with a knob on the end. And then on top of that, I've got the craft knife, which I can use either using the point, or in actual fact, I did that by pushing it sideways. And it took up a great straight trench of it. And this one said it was a fish. So I have no idea if it's the right way around, but I'm going to make an attempt at drawing the fish, or a fish. It's not the same fish because I left that at home by accident. But Rachel, in her book, had done a stitching of a glass fish that had been made 3,000-4,000 years ago by the ancient Egyptians, and it's a phenomenal piece of work. So I'm going to attempt that if I can vaguely remember it. Right. So it's got.
Sounds quite a lot of pressure.
I'm not quite sure what's going to turn up here. I don't know whether I'm scratching off and it's black underneath, or I'm actually getting, and it's got, you can, if you like, actually draw on top of this with a pencil to get your drawing accurate. One of the things it does is produce great gobbets of gunge, so be careful when you're finished, because if you tip it on the floor, it'll put acrylic paint on the floor and they'll never get it off. So shake your cloth outside or in the bin before you pack up this afternoon. So I'm taking it round there, and I'm using the side because I'm in a hurry. Right. If I want a fine line, I can try the point, but I'm not sure it's going to. Yes, it does in fact give me a line. Just want to get the fish shape first. So in fact, drawing with a needle. Interesting concept, isn't it? And then you've got the fin at the back. With a great curve on it. Even if you can't see the lines, I can. And there's a fin here. So basically I've just drawn the fishy, and he's got a little bit down here usually, haven't they? So I know the fishies have something like that at the bottom. Right, now the thing about this fishy was he's got a series of zigzag lines of differing thicknesses created by different coloured strands of glass. It's apparently an extremely difficult fishy to make, and modern glass people really struggle to achieve the same excellence, despite the fact they've got temperature gauges and all that kind of thing. They're not trusting to ease of use to be able to do it. So the ancient Egyptians did it without any.
Just one of them, yeah.
One of them did, yeah. He might have been the only really excellent one they had.
Yeah.
think he was a slave.
Probably.
So that, I've done the first zigzag, so where's my other? And this should give me a thicker line. It is. It's very goopy, isn't it? Goopy stuff. Right, so, and then, that sounds like they're there now. Sounds like the AA man. Show you what I've got at the moment. Right, so I'm going to go back to the other one now and produce some other lines. Getting it to scratch with just a thin needle is actually quite difficult.
You have the final picture in your mind, Steve.
Yes.
But what do you know about what colours there are underneath the black?
Nothing.
Because you can't see the colours.
I can't see the colours, no.
So it'll come out the way it is. And
It'll come out the way it is, yes. That's part of the charm.
That's the exciting bit, isn't it?
Yes,
Not
that's-
knowing the pair end up looking so well shaded.
Yes,
Did they know what colours were underneath? Because that looks like it's been flat.
did you?
Did you, Margaret?
Oh, it's yours.
I knew there was green and I knew there was a bit of pinky red somewhere, but
Yeah.
that was all.
But it's worked out really well.
Well, really well, hasn't it? Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So you
yes.
haven't added any other colour on top of it once you scratched it into
No, no.
It's just good, isn't it?
It was pure luck that it came out.
Yeah.
Well, that's the charm of this thing.
That's amazing.
If you,
Yeah.
in the proper artists in my class when I was a kid were given genuine scratch boards that were bought, and it's very smooth, and you use a point to do everything. They could do it because they could draw. The idea of what the rest of us would do with it, and they were expensive. At least you're making your own in this case. So if it doesn't work, it doesn't matter. Right, this is...
You could do an entirely different subject where you draw what you're scratching out.
Yes,
You
yes, you could.
Yeah.
Now, supposing I want to take out quite big shapes. Supposing I want to suggest, I'm not going to finish it because it's just doing sillier lines. I want to show you what you can do. Supposing I want to suggest it's light at the top and dark underneath. Well, I could take out a great swathe of the which gives you some idea of the light at the top. I can use the see, all these little bits are exciting, aren't they? And then if I want to make it appear not as strongly moved as that, if I take something that gives me lines, I can actually put light and shade in by making it, taking out its eye. What's a pity. And that's the mouth there. I think I've done this fish the wrong way around. I think I had it the other way around, but no matter. And then, or you can scratch it the other way. You know, I could suggest that the bottom of the fish, just by scratching in curved lines, it's a bit like drawing, you know, all the drawing techniques that you've learned, you can do. So that's the general idea. And again, I can perhaps suggest that this is a tail. A lot depends on what's underneath as to what you're scratching out. There's a lot of dark on this. So that you get the idea of the, and if you want to suggest water, I suppose, what could I do? Supposing I want to, what would I do? Let's put a plant in. It's a seaweed. Obviously, if you've got a proper concept of what you want to do, you've got to get on better. A bit of seaweed there. And a little bit going up behind the fishy. Brings him out a bit more if you make things go up as far as he is and then come out the other side at the top. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how much I'm showing the camera, but there we are. Right. How are we doing for time? Oh, unfortunately, there's plenty of time. Right. So, again, just growing the weed. So yes, he's working all right actually with the weed and all that kind of thing. And then there are these. So he's come out.
He has.
You know, he's a little fishy, not on a little dishy. And I've scratched out the eye by accident, so there's no eye there. What I can do is repaint that bit, let it dry, and put the eye back in. So if what I was doing was worth the effort, I could in fact do that. So the all kinds of tools that you can use to scratch and make your shapes. You can make your shapes as thick or as thin. If you remember all your drawing skills and how you produce shadow and pattern and light in when you're drawing, and use them with your scratching tools, you will be able to produce something like Margaret produced here.
Yeah.
And an indication of where that's going too. And I think I'll let you get on with your own now, because I think, there's not much to learn about how to do it. The best way to learn is to do it. Just reiterate, do put it outside, not on the floor. Okay.